What's up, guys? Welcome back to an episode of Split Screen monthly, not weekly, monthly. That's because we're gonna be changing our upload schedule a little bit for the foreseeable future. We are both busy people with our own lives. I recently recovered from COVID, so we're trying to find a schedule that works for us, and we thought that having this news show once a month would be better than having to do one every week, because we still want to do other projects, and having one of these videos a week, it just kind of clogs the pipeline a little bit sometimes for us. So a little explanation, a little introduction, but let's get right into the news.
Okay, so for our first kind of piece of big news from January, we're going to be covering some of the bigger news pieces from this past month in January. So the first one, obviously, is the Xbox Activision Blizzard acquisition.
Yes.
Which is $70 billion, by the way. Fucking huge acquisition over there.
Massive.
The guys over at Microsoft. It's insane. From Forbes here, and they've said, quote, Microsoft, the maker of Xbox, of course, will buy the company in an all-cash transaction for $95 per share, valued at $68.7 billion big bucks dollars, Microsoft said in a press release. End quote. Quote, Bobby Kotick, who faced calls to resign over the workplace allegations, will remain as CEO of Activision, according to Microsoft, and the gaming company will report to Phil Spencer, CEO of Microsoft Gaming, once the deal closes in 2023. So, Activision Blizzard has been having really bad coverage lately, in that leadership in Activision has been really shit. Like, they've just been sexual harassment all over the workplace. I think they put it as they said it as a what's it called? Like frat culture over there in Activision.
We've discussed this quite at length in our previous episodes, so if you want to know more about that, feel free to check out some of our older videos. We have a long discussion about what's happening over there at Activision, and unfortunately, the person spearheading that culture, supposedly, is still there. So so unfortunate, until the transaction is fully through, the Bobby Kotick, the piece of shit himself, is still going to be there. But until then, Phil Spencer, who recently, I guess, got a huge promotion, is now CEO of Microsoft Gaming. New division, I feel like. Or maybe not, I wouldn't know. Coming in from The Verge, they've also said a few things. Quote, Microsoft will be the third largest gaming company by revenue, behind Tencent and Sony, once the deal closes. Big news there. Third biggest gaming company. Tencent is massive, by the way, so maybe... Yeah, I mean, but the fact that they're in the conversation now with those big players, right? Like, Sony's had, like, a long pedigree and just, like, history with the gaming industry, so it makes sense that they're up there. But Microsoft was relatively new when they came out with the first Xbox, so the fact that they're making it now is, like, a big thing, so...
Absolutely. And of course, considering this acquisition, people have been a little bit concerned, just a little bit. They've been concerned about one of the bigger FPS franchises out there right now, and that is Call of Duty. People have been wondering if it's going to be exclusive to the Microsoft platform once the transaction goes through, or if it'll still be on PlayStation. And as usual, Phil Spencer, the guy, he said, "Well, we're gonna, honor the contracts that are currently in place between Sony and Activision." And in this case, from The Verge, quote, Activision plans to release at least the next 3 Call of Duty games on both Sony and Microsoft consoles. So even after the transaction goes through, there will be Call of Duty games on PlayStation. But after the third game, after 3 years approximately, I don't know how the development cycle is going to be like for these next 3 games. After the third game, it's probably going to be exclusive to the Microsoft console. That's still going to be a while from now, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. You pay $70 billion, you're going to want to keep the fucking franchise.
I mean, fair, but I mean, I don't want to get into the whole argument of if it's anti-competition, if it's trying to monopolize things, but we all have our own opinions, and we just have to see it play out before our eyes,
Workers at Raven Software, which is a subsidiary of Activision Blizzard, they went on a strike. Well, they formed an alliance first, a union. They called it the Game Workers Alliance, or the GWA. They created that alliance against Activision so that they can be recognized as like an official kind of entity, group of people.
This all stemmed from the layoffs of the Call of Duty support studio, and so like
Yeah.
It sounds like a common business practice. I don't know if you're familiar, but when you're trying to sell something, you're trying to like kind of trim the fat off of your company to make it more appealing to buy. Yeah. So I don't know if that had anything to do with the sale, but unfortunately people lost their jobs, and it's good to see that people are standing up for themselves, and I hope that everything works out.
Moving on, we have E3 2022. So unfortunately, E3 2022 will be online only again, following COVID-19 surges. And from The Verge, quote, E3, one of the largest video game trade shows of the year, will once again be an online-only event this summer. The ESA has announced, citing ongoing concerns around the COVID-19 pandemic. So it does suck to see that, to be honest, because Geoff Keighley, his summer's Game Fest is going to be in person. So yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
I mean, it remains to be seen on whether or not that's a good idea or not because of the recent surges. Like, I respect the people at E3 for putting it online because of the pandemic. I think that's like, safety for everyone is better, but at the same time, to continue to call them one of the largest video game trade shows of the year, I think is slightly disingenuous at this point, because they have, a lot of companies have pulled out from even presenting at their shows. So Sony, especially when Sony left, it was a huge blow to E3 when that first happened. So unfortunately, this probably had to happen for them, not only through the lens of like a pandemic standpoint, but because maybe it would not make as much money if they actually had a venue.
It sucks to see, but that's the nature, I guess, of these kinds of things. Summerfest, we'll just fucking watch that instead. I guess.
I'm in for King Keighley, man. I hope we get more ads, more Verizon 5G ads. Like, hey guys, welcome to my room tour. That's the back of the room. This is the front of the room. I'll see you next time.
Those ads were, to be honest, insufferable, man. They were so bad. I just couldn't get. Oh my god!
That's how they make their bank. So you can't really.
Yeah.
King Keighley gotta make money, right? Gotta make that coin.
I guess he does. Jeff gotta grab the bag, man. In a sea of games getting delayed, pushed back all the time. Elden Ring has finally gone gold. They got pushed back once, to be fair. But that being said, Elden Ring they're going gold. They're releasing February 25, 26, whatever, wherever you are in the world. So look out for that. I'm definitely gonna see if I want to get that. It looks good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone in my family's gonna pick it up, so we'll probably share the copy if it's a actual physical one. Sharing is caring.
Exactly. Sharing is caring. But yeah, from IGN, quote, Elden Ring, the highly anticipated action RPG by From Software, and with additional world-building elements from Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin, has officially gone gold. And they pulled a quote from Twitter from one of the Elden Ring devs, or I believe the head developer. The best news, Elden Ring has gone gold and will not be delayed. So, guys, again, watch out for Elden Ring. It's coming out. Actually coming out. It's not going to be delayed ever again.
Yeah, shout out Cyberpunk, by the way.
Shout out Cyberpunk. Oh, my God. It was delayed and it was a disappointment and a half. So, big sad there. But, moving on from that, we have some more game news, and that is Crysis 4. Announced/teased. I think, Crysis has definitely cemented itself as a cult classic, if you will, and it's also cemented itself as kind of that whole meme of, can your PC run this? And if it can't, then it's just not good,
Yeah.
So, from The Verge, quote, Crytek has teased a new entry in its long-running Crysis series in a short trailer posted from its Twitter account. I will put the link to the short teaser in the description below, and I'll also probably pop a few seconds of the teaser on here right now.
I mean, it's exciting for a company that's known to push the boundaries of the limitations that they're in, to now be able to develop a game for new tech, right? For our current line of PC hardware and like the new consoles. So it's like quite exciting to see what they come up with. Like, I'm already very impressed with a lot of the things that are being showcased using next gen graphics. Like, was it Senua?
Yes.
Watching Hellblade Senua, seeing that for the first time was absolutely insane. So if we get more games that look like that, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Push the limits.
Yeah, push the boundaries. That should be the split screen logo.
Yeah.
Split screen, push the boundaries. Fuck, man. This is the actual worst. But that's kind of the main news that we wanted to cover.
Yep.
We're not going to be covering nearly as much as before, obviously. We're just going to cover the bigger games news of the past month.
Give some opinions on it as well. And we just try to condense it. We felt like 40-minute videos were quite a slog, I think, not only to make, but also for you guys to listen to.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree there. But
before we head out, though, we want to show off the big games coming out in February.
Yeah, so it's a big list right here. It's probably gonna scroll down like the
ding 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 ding.
That's basically it for this episode. We are gonna be releasing an It Takes Two video of us just playing the game. It's gonna be
actually split screen.
Actually split screen. You'll see a black bar in the middle of the screen. That's us.
Yeah, exactly.
Not us playing. I don't know who the fuck they are, but the black bar in the screen that splits the screen in two. That's us.
That's us.
But it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun to watch. I promise. I'm editing the shit out of that video. I'm making sure that I'm including as many edits as I can put in there.
If you're ready for a good old hoot of a time, keep an eye for that video. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button too, so you can be notified when It Takes Two Let's Play Split Screen comes out. Okay? And if you don't, I'll call King Healy on you.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know him. I'll show you what a world premiere really looks like.
No. I'll show you what Genshin Impact is really all about.
Get the fuck out, man.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Again, like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Tell us what game you're looking forward to coming out in February. Otherwise, bye.
Bye.